And welcome to episode 735 of Hard Factor. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. It is Monday, July 26th, 2021. I'm Will. We got Wes, Mark, Pat, a full house to talk Olympics, more vaccine outrage, shocking masturbation stories, badass guns, big news for Bitcoin, a stacked Monday to get the week percolating for everybody in the Hardo Hive. So, how you doing, fellas? Everybody doing good? Have a good weekend?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. How's my face look? Am I wearing it?
Yeah, I mean, you got some color.
Yeah.
Good. Just baby pulling it up or what?
You should see my butt cheeks also. No, they're actually not tan at all. Yeah, baby pulling it up and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. I spent another $200 on the last baby sleep training class of last of three, I think.
Thanks for doing that for us, Will.
Wait a minute.
No, it's good. Pat's going to benefit.
Yeah, what does this mean? You just elaborate on that.
What it means, Mark, is that I spent the $200 you're supposed to spend at the beginning of month 5, at the beginning of month 6, and they give you one last piece of the puzzle. But if you don't change that, your baby's getting up 50 times a night at month 5.
So they spoon feed you like tips?
Yes, so I've been sleeping not at all for the last month because I didn't take the month 5 training, pay the last 200 installment to get the month 5 training to understand that you do one thing slightly differently to get a baby to sleep through the night starting at month 5.
Is it going to work? I bet it doesn't work.
No, it does. Okay. The first night's already
They told you.
a big success.
They warned you.
Yeah,
PDF
they
is
did,
like,
Wes.
I just got someone sent us the 3 and 4. It's like 50 pages, this thing.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have it read by tomorrow.
You'd think that the last installment would also be 50 pages, but there's really only one pertinent page.
Oh, gosh.
That I will be sending you free of charge.
Thanks, Will.
That had me infuriated.
Can it get adults to sleep? Can it get adults to sleep too? Can you send it to me for me?
It's fucked up, man. It's like literally there's different steps you do for the different 1 to 3 months, 3 to 5 months, 5 and beyond. And you literally it changes up slightly, and if you don't do it, it's just
it's whiskey. It's whiskey on the finger, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. No, I mean it's literally that small of a change, but.
Come on. All right. Okay. Well, we don't want to get sued, so yeah, just send it offline.
Yeah, will do. Won't reveal the secret, but it is the sleeping training class that everybody uses. So if you've been there. Some people.
The one that's real expensive.
Yep, the one it's expensive because it gets results. And it comes in 3 pieces.
Okay, well, life's looking up, though, now, right? So that's good.
No, yeah, it's good. Also, we had an amazing Green Room show, Green Room by Spotify. Get the app. Follow all the hosts on there.
Yeah.
We're moving it to 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, but this last one on Friday, it was amazing. Everybody brought their weirdest stories, the craziest stories. Louie and Dan both won free shirts for telling some whoppers.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't make it to Anchor because I'm a moron. We'll get it this Wednesday. Starting this weekend, we'll start putting them out on Anchor, which means it'll go to Apple Podcasts and Spotify, the recordings. But Louis, 2 winners, right? Louis and Dan both won. Dan literally dodged a bullet at point blank range, ducked it like Neo from the Matrix style. And then Louis had an incredible story about getting roofied and shitting himself in a baseball stadium, and a guy had to come in and crawl under and save him and unlock the door and wipe him and stuff. It was wild.
In front of a girl he liked.
Yeah, in front of the girl I liked, yeah.
Yeah, really incredible stuff. What the Fuck Wednesday, Get Weird Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays on the Green Room app by Spotify. Moving forward. So,
yeah, come in, join us, tell us your funniest stories, craziest stories, and we'll give you free T-shirts if you win.
That's right. 9 more Apple Podcast reviews till 4,000. Get in there. Leave us a review. You're going to hear it on Friday. Anything else, fellas, before we hop in?
No.
All right. Time for a cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Up first, as always, July 26th holidays. First up is Americans with Disabilities Day. That'll make more sense in a second. It's also Armed Forces Unification Day, Aunts and Uncles Day, Bagel Fest Day, Holistic Therapy Day, National All or Nothing Day, National Coffee Milkshake Day, One Voice Day, and World Tofu Day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Which one of those are you liking?
You can take a guess.
Coffee milkshake?
No, that's the one I dislike the most.
Oh, Bagel
Uncle's
Fest.
Day.
You know I don't like carbs.
Yeah, Uncle's
Okay.
Dad's good.
All right.
Tofu day, man.
Tofu Day. Oh,
Ah.
Come through. Come where my
Soybean.
veg is at. Where my veg head's at.
I mean, it's an okay
Pull up.
protein. You guys, tofu guys? Anybody else tofuing it up today?
What I forget the name of the band, but there's a meme going around for like they're doing funny lyrics from a song that kids are singing that are supposed to be. They're like it's badass, but it's clearly not. It's that song like tell your boyfriend if he's got beef, I'm a vegetarian and I can take care of him or whatever. Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool. You're not tough if you're a vegetarian.
The only one who is certified is Nate Diaz for sure.
What's the
Yeah.
point of that story you just told?
Because
He's just shitting on
vegetarians-
vegans and
Yeah.
vegetarians.
Tofu's pussies.
But I mean, there's something for everybody in there. Bagel Fest
Pretty
Day.
evolved view of the world.
No problem.
Soft tofu is good. Hard tofu. Yeah.
It's
I
got to
like
be
it
cooked
firm.
right.
It's firm is the term.
You like it firm?
Firm.
It's got to be cooked correctly because if it's cooked in like a pan, nice and like seared, it can be really good. But
With the right spices.
yeah, but
Just
otherwise,
eat an egg. Just eat an egg.
right? An egg seems easier.
You mean a chicken
Pass.
period?
Yeah, an egg.
Pass.
You getting down on a chicken period?
Yeah, they are delicious.
Lots of them.
Tons of them. Today in history, July 26, in 1775, the USPS was established under the first and possibly drunkest postmaster, Ben Franklin. In 1948, Harry Truman abolished racial segregation in the United States. Pretty good. In 1956, Egypt seized the Suez Canal, took control of it. In 1990, George Bush Sr. Signed the Americans with Disabilities Act. That's why it's Americans with Disabilities Day. And in 2016, Hillary Clinton became the first female presidential nominee from a major party in U.S. history. So I'm with her crowd. Big day, 2016.
That was a
Trump,
big day.
Trump
All
really
across the
derailed
board
that,
there.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honorable mentions for today, 2021, July 26th. Grady Judd did a rap, like an impromptu rap after
Wouldn't call it
confiscating-
that.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Well, it was like a one-line
It was a rhyme.
One-line rhyme after but the turnover chain he confiscated was
It was
badass.
good. No, I'm not shitting on it. It was awesome. But
Yeah.
I wish that when he was like, well, here's a rap for you. I wish that he had like a little bit more of a rap, but it was
I
really
wish
I was expecting more.
pulled out a boombox.
Did he put on like a chain or anything?
Dude,
Oh,
this
yeah.
chain
it
that
was
he
a huge
confiscated?
chain. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
You could literally put most of the Bible on this chain if you wrote small enough. It's so big. The plate
Huge. Yeah.
on this chain is so big, man.
The links were like the size of your hand. It was
Damn.
awesome.
Would have made Mr. T blush.
No.
He was loving it. Adam Kinzinger is going to be on the January 6th committee per Speaker Pelosi. So that's a real shocker. It's not, he's a Republican, but he's like always with the Democrats. Lil Nas X is pissing off moral conservatives with nude twerking in his new Industry Baby video.
Hell yeah.
People are getting real upset about that. And
Get those gay black cheeks out of my face.
basically lots of comments like that, and they're like, next thing you know, he's going to be covered in blood, and then he like posts a picture of
And then he
himself
is.
covered in blood.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just driving the price up on him. It's pretty funny.
Get
the
over it, people. He's not going to change. So
Well, he's doing it
calm
on
down.
purpose. Like,
yeah,
it's
no,
just
exactly.
more of
He put a white guy on the song for you. What else do you want?
Oh, there's a singer. There was a
Jack
white singer?
Harlow's on the song, yeah.
Oh, that didn't calm him down. The
You guys see
NHL
Kanye
draft.
walking around with his
With
his little like
Where was that?
It was like in Atlanta Stadium. It was
He's
like a soccer-
living in the stadium until he finishes Donda.
No,
Okay,
he's
well-
not. He's living in the stadium.
He's
He
taking
looks
a
like an
that
idiot.
jumpsuit. Yeah,
He's got fucking pantyhose on his face. He looks
Well,
like
he-
he's ready to rob a
is-
bank in an 80s movie.
Is it the Falcon Stadium? Because they're going to start playing in like
Mercedes-Benz.
Yes, it is.
they're going to start playing in a couple weeks. He's got to get out of there soon.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
a deadline.
He has literally quote moved into Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah,
That's
that was a weird
hilarious.
one. Didn't trend, but very strange, interesting update in the music world. The NHL draft wrapped up over the weekend. Also, Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams posted a Last Dance homage on their Instagram stories. Drove people nuts for obvious reasons. And TJ Dillashaw made his return to the UFC. Those are the honorable mentions.
Yeezus was super inspired by the crowd. That's why he's not leaving. I love that. That's fucking awesome.
He's the scene is staying at the scene of the crime.
They have living quarters set up for him there.
That's amazing.
Feeling the vibe in there.
Dillashaw won a split decision. He probably should.
I watched that fight. Yeah, he did.
Probably should've gone the other way,
guy. The
but-
other guy won that. It should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but Dillashaw.
Good fight, though.
Great fight. Great fight. It was free. All right, number 5 in the cup of coffee, the big time today. R.I.P. to Jackie Mason. The legendary comedian passed away at 93 on Saturday. He was a pioneer in televised comedy. Here's a hilarious line about doctors on the Ed Sullivan show he gave. He goes, "It's the only profession you can tell a woman to undress and then send her husband the bill."
It's the only profession you can tell a woman to undress and then send the husband the bill.
Yeah,
He was a rabbi too, right?
he was a rabbi. Yeah, rabbi on the side.
He was amazing in Caddyshack too. He was incredible.
Yeah, constantly like insulting the guys in the front row. Just a really good comic. Yeah, but go check out some of his shit. I was watching a little YouTube rabbit hole. Number 4, Bennifer is back. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. It's an Instagram official. She posted on Instagram 5/2 what it do heart emoji with pictures of her 6-pack and also making out with Ben. So
52. What is
She got kids.
does she? I don't know. Her
impossible.
body
There's
looks
no
like
way
she
she
might
has
not,
kids.
because 52.
Her body will not stop.
No, it will not. J-Lo is looking like, I mean, she's ageless like a Dolly Parton. Like, it's
52,
crazy.
more like 5 times 2, which equals 10.
That's right.
Which
It's
is
a
what she
10.
is. Yeah, 10.
She brought Ben Affleck back into her orbit. I mean, she's got 2 kids. Yeah.
No, you don't think he reached out to her? I think it was him.
He's got so many more tattoos now.
I
mean,
think
Ben
he took the
Affleck,
shot. Yeah.
That's a feel good story for that guy. I mean, he fell far.
I mean,
And
he definitely reached out to her, but she definitely put the vibe out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
Alex-
it's the one they go back to after they.
A-Rod's, yeah, you're right, Wes.
Alex
A-Rod's
is gotta
writing like weird poems and stuff, and then
he's
Ben
gotta be in a
Affleck
bad
just
place.
slid his Batman ass right back in those cheeks, right on in. Whew.
And he doesn't have to date age appropriate women. You know what I mean? Because he's famous.
Right,
Dude.
they're in love.
wow.
And that love don't cost a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
some kind of
it's
shit
probably
movie.
pretty expensive.
That's a terrible movie.
I think they,
It's a song.
well, yeah,
movie
but their love.
Can they make a
probably-
movie about
You
it?
think
Saying
you guys
they're going to make a
referencing-
shit movie soon.
Oh, they're
I was-
definitely going to make. I thought you were referencing a shitty romantic comedy.
Well, talking about J-Lo, you think I was talking about the shitty romantic comedy, Love Don't Cost a Thing, that she
Yes.
wasn't involved in, and not the song that she made, Love Don't Cost a Thing?
There's a 2003 romantic comedy called Love Don't Cost a Thing too.
Who's in it?
It stars, I think, Nick
Not J-Lo.
Nick Cannon. It stars Nick Cannon hilariously.
Not
He's
J-Lo.
got a lot of
J-Lo.
You
kids.
know, Wes, not J-Lo. But you knew about the Nick Cannon joint with Steve Harvey and Kenan Thompson.
I just figured it was a movie, and I was right. I remember triggering a movie. Didn't
Which
remember
one?
the J-Lo
Which one of
song.
you guys
Okay.
is the pop culture guy again?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably the guy that won trivia, not the guy who gets 4th in trivia every time. The guy who has not sniffed the top 3 in trivia.
You coming at me? Really?
You just came at me, pal.
Well, I like bringing up the old
I
rival.
went to West. That guy.
Bub.
Coming to me, bub.
Yeah. Return fire.
I just like bringing up the old rivalry. Who's the pop culture guy? It never was settled.
my love, you can't.
That's the easy way to trigger the pop culture guys is just to just throw it out there and watch it all burn. Yeah. We're both the pop culture guys.
That's the one that dude, Ben Affleck was in that video, like sleeping on her ass. That's the
I don't know.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
that.
too many
Well, no,
J-Lo songs.
Love
Yeah.
don't cost.
I know Jenny from the Block. I'm still Jenny from the Block. Right? Yeah.
He was sleeping on her ass. I remember that.
Wow, that's a sexy video. Number 3, fellas, let's move it along. Vax madness. We're back with vaccine bullshit all over the place. Turns out Eric Clapton isn't the only one who's mad about what's happening with COVID lockdowns and vaccine passes right now, as masses of anti-lockdown and anti-vaccine mandate protesters turned out to rallies in Italy, France, the UK, and Australia over the weekend. The crux of the issue for all of them is controlling their personal freedoms through whatever in the different countries. So Italy, France, and the UK, they have vaccine passports. In the UK, they have contact tracing apps that like track your whereabouts. And then they have everyday mass lockdowns for everybody in Australia. So the governments in all those countries are pushing the vaccines as the only path out of either personal or total lockdown. But, we'll see how it unfolds. Lots of protests right now.
The masks are making a comeback. I was in HEB over the weekend making a comeback.
they are,
I went to that
Wes.
arcade, and now the signs are like masks are not mandatory but appreciated. Like they're moving
Wes,
more towards
yeah.
that direction.
No, they've always been appreciated in the
Well,
signs, but it's Austin went to stage 4 though. It's different. Austin
coming
and
back.
stage 4 is like you're supposed. That's where the mask thing came back. 'Cause stage 4 in Austin.
So Austin's
masks.
jumping the gun. We'll talk
Prove
about
it. Show me
what
the
Fauci's-
signs. You're making up stages now.
We'll talk about what Fauci's doing in a second here, because meanwhile in the U.S., a similar song and dance to what's happening abroad is happening, with both major political parties pushing to get people vaccinated before the Delta variant potentially burns the economy completely to the ground. So much so that Sarah Sanders is even calling the vaccines the Trump vaccine to sell inoculations to conservatives. So she wrote an op-ed calling it the Trump vaccine.
Fine with me, Sarah Sanders.
That's what also Patton Oswalt and Ken Klippenstein and some other major liberal personalities had to say. But it made me think a little bit about where all this anti-vaccine hesitancy may be coming from in the first place, since we are mentioning now that Donald Trump did approve them. You guys remember this one?
Back to normal. Dr. Anthony Fauci and other experts say that most of the people who can be vaccinated need to be vaccinated. But half of Americans now say they wouldn't take a vaccine if it was released now. If the Trump administration approves a vaccine before or after the election, should Americans take it, and would you take it?
If the public health professionals, if Dr. Fauci, if the doctors tell us that we should take it, I'll be the first in line to take it. Absolutely. But if Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
Right. So, Will, you know what she was saying there.
So the VP of the United States says she would opt out of the vaccine based on a personal or
No,
political
dude,
opinion.
that's not what she was saying. Don't
Yeah,
make
but
it
that was a cherry
Not that.
picked clip. There's
Not that.
10,000 conservative people.
Well, why
Don't-
should anybody else be held to a different standard
Don't
if she
make it
could
that,
have
bro.
over
You-
politics?
You could have
It's
picked
so
a
much more
Republican
complicated
too.
than that,
Yeah.
when she was responding.
Senators-
In other bad COVID news, Fauci says
Yeah.
the CDC may make a national mask guidance for everybody all the time again, even if you're vaccinated. But he still can't tell you where it came from, even though it probably came from his lab buddies. Thank you, Tony.
That was cherry picking.
Major
Very well
cherry
on that
picked
clip.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, number 2, the Tucker video that
I'm with you,
everybody
Will.
went
That
nuts
was,
over.
That was a disgusting display. By Kamala.
I mean,
No,
she
I, mean,
said
I don't agree with her, but you could have
she
also.
said. I
not
mean, she
singled
said
her
she
out.
wouldn't take it. If
Most
Trump
of
was
the
one.
vaccine hate comes from one side of the aisle.
Sure, but some of it came from the other. Number 2.
No. Okay.
Number 2, the Tucker
That's
video that
bullshit.
everybody went nuts about over the weekend. This is a weird one. Tucker Carlson and a random dude in a Montana bait shop got into an argument, and this is how it played out.
I don't care, man. Dude, you are the worst human being known to mankind. I want you to know that what you have done to this state, to the United States, to everything else in this world. I don't care that your daughter's here. What you've done to people's families, what you have done to everybody else in this society.
Settle down, son.
Yeah, got him with the settle down, son.
Slow down, bub.
So basically, this guy, Dan Bailey, he posted this on Instagram, and he's like, he hates Tucker he says he's an asshole, and, he's a fascist, he's a racist, he's killed people with his vaccine stuff. He tagged all the major Democrat stuff.
He's
And it
right, in
went
my
major
opinion.
viral. You feel like he's right, but this is the interesting part about this video, Pat. is
I
that-
wouldn't have done that, though, but he's right.
But you say he's right. I even scraped that. That was an Act Blue. So that was off of a Democrat fundraising website where I grabbed that video. Everybody feels like their side won in this one. So Democrats are putting up the video saying that their side won with this guy accosting Tucker in the bait shop. And then the Republicans are saying that Tucker won by schooling him with settle down, son.
I don't think either side won.
Right.
It's tough
Doesn't it
because-
just prove that we're polarized as fuck?
Yeah, we're all losing.
Well, look, you have Tucker on a network that literally, when it's convenient for them to not get sued, say that it's entertainment, not news, right? But then you have an entire group of humans that consume it as the Lord's gospel of news. And yet, Tucker is a rage he's a rage stoker. That's what he does. That's how he gets ratings. He says things that will piss you off and get you fired up and angry and stewing in your chair. If you're a white person,
well,
probably
it worked against Dan Bailey.
a boomer.
That's for sure.
And now Dan probably shouldn't have done that because he was there with his daughter, right? But then at the same point, it's like, when else do you have the chance to tell? Like, he couldn't write a letter to Tucker and have the letter get to him.
What's the point? What's the point of like going up to someone's face in a store and being like, "I hate your"? He could have just said like 3 words and left. He didn't need to. He went a little.
He had his friend
there.
film it, which was
or
funny.
not. Yeah.
It was funny because Tucker looks up and see that his friend is filming it, and that's when he calls him son. That was
You shouldn't go up to anyone in a store and then like threaten them.
I mean, Tucker's a piece of shit, in my opinion. And if
So-
I saw him in a store, I might tell him he's a piece
so
of
much
shit.
so that, but what I'm saying is, Pat, if people feel so strongly both ways that they're even fundraising off of this, and the Republicans are probably fundraising off the same video. It's a weird phenomenon where everybody feels like they're in the right, their side.
And
Don Lemon does the same thing on CNN.
I think they're all
No, he
wrong.
does not, Wes.
Right, I think it just proves
He riles up his base, the people that watch CNN like it's fucking the gospel, like you say about Fox. It's the exact same shit. And people with
very
your
different.
smirky
Don
smile
Lemon.
like you.
It's the same. It's just the other side. It's like
except
right?
that
It's
Don
the
Lemon's
same.
not a sexist. He's not. He doesn't stoke.
He's on the right side of history.
misinformation.
Is that it?
Yes, he's on the right side of history. Yeah.
There is a right side of history, gentlemen. Believe it or not.
And the Democrats are on it.
I don't know if
100%?
it's Democrats.
Yeah, you
Well,
do.
it sounds like it. Number one.
I know it might be liberals, social ones.
Number one, the Olympics. And the USA is still struggling. Despite being number one in protesting, they are number 3 in the medal tally at this point, as of when I'm
I
reporting.
don't think we're number 1 in protesting, and we're coming back, baby. The first day we had 0 medals, and since then we're tied for first in medals. Since get rid of that first day.
Get rid of that first day of one of 3. Get rid of one of the 3 days, and we're tied for first. Women's soccer bounced back against New Zealand. Katie Ledecky is kicking ass in swimming. Lee Kiefer became the first women's fencer to win gold for the USA. She looks like
Nice.
a badass right there.
Nice.
But the archery team blew it in like the tandem event. Simone Biles in squad is having a bit of a slow start, finishing second to Russia in the qualifying round for women's gymnastics. And most shocking of all, USA men's basketball lost to France. I'm boycotting these Olympics, not giving them any ratings because of the Sha'Carri blunder from Team USA. But how's it looking from the folks who are watching?
They're lowest in 33 years, the ratings.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so I watched opening ceremonies. We had like a big night of it, and my wife and I, and like it was kind of weird. Really wanted to get into it. They did do some cool things in the opening ceremonies, but it just doesn't have the same feel. There's no one in the stadium.
fans,
They just fired the director the day before because he made like inappropriate Holocaust jokes in
that's right.
2013.
That's right.
It just had the vibe is not great. It's not great.
terrible.
I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying to get involved. I'm watching a lot of the sports. I'm trying, but it's just the world kind of sucks right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the Tokyo Olympics are really shining a bright light on how bad COVID has totally fucked up this world.
It's like at an Olympic level. It won the Olympics of fucking
Is
us
there a
all.
way out?
Is it the
Eventually,
vaccine,
right?
Pat?
Yeah, maybe it's.
I mean, learning to whether it's people getting vaccinated or time or it goes away, it could magically go away.
That's usually
we're
how
not-
stuff works, like genital
we're
warts,
just-
herpes,
right.
other viruses.
Just
They
pour some
just go
testosterone.
away.
We're just not. We're not
rub
there
some
yet.
dirt
It's
on
only been 16 months, and we're certainly not there yet as a
Only
globe.
16 months, and we still don't know where
Yeah.
it came from, right? We definitely
Well, I mean,
don't know
you
that,
guys can
right?
argue political sides of the spectrum all you want. It doesn't matter. The Olympics are fucked. The whole world's fucked. So, like, whether you want to blame it on one side or the one party or the other, it doesn't
Well, not
matter.
party. Shouldn't we at least know where it came from?
Yeah, of course, but
How-
of course we should. And it's the lab, but of course we should know where it came from and how to stop. Yeah.
But instead, we're going back to lockdowns, but we can't know where it came from.
Oh,
I mean, it's pretty upsetting. And that's
we
today.
should have locked down hard in the beginning. In the very, very beginning.
We should have done anything, but we shouldn't have let it out of the lab in the first place. Maybe
Well,
we
that's
should
for
have done
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we
should've
gotta.
stopped
We
at
do
the
it.
lab.
They gotta. Do you think that they're not telling us? Will?
that. Yes.
You think that's what it is?
Yes.
It might be a too much to mentally handle because I know I'll lose it if they knew it was from the lab the whole time. It's like, what's the point?
It's a lab that's.
I mean, I feel like
funded
it's
by,
gonna
like,
come
most of the
out.
world.
I feel like
Right.
it's gonna come out if it's from that lab.
Well, it hasn't yet, and we still don't have any plausible explanation. As
It's
to where
like
it came
kind of like
from.
what happened in Hawaii with the missile alert to everyone except the exact opposite to the globe. It was the missile with no alert.
the actual missile.
Yeah, to the globe.
And then hiding behind the fact that we can't possibly know. Oh, we don't know
Yeah.
for sure. We don't know for sure.
We're gonna get.
that fact.
We're
forever.
gonna get there. Weonna get there.
Yeah, are we?
2024. 2024 is
starting
gonna be
to
a good year.
completely lose faith in the people that I say that they're going to get us there. And
gonna
that's
get
today's
there.
cup of coffee in the big time, brought to you today by WordTune. Okay, imagine how much easier writing would be if you had an expert on call to take a look at your drafts whenever you needed that expert to take a look. Actually, that's exactly what WordTune is in a digital form. This tool makes it easy to reformulate any sentence you're trying to construct on your laptop. It just did. That one right there. It was jacked up.
Bam.
Click the WordTune button. WordTune made it make sense for me. Just highlight, click the WordTune expert in the WordTune extension has alternatives on how to say any sentence, any phrase that you're highlighting for it. WordTune is the first AI-powered online writing tool that understands meaning, so you can feel confident that what you're writing is as smart as you are every time. And it really does. It's a little freaky how smart it is when you use it. You're like, wow, this thing could probably take my job. WordTune works anywhere you're working online. Google Docs, Slack, Outlook Web, WhatsApp, and more. Our listeners can try WordTune for free at wordtune.com/hardfactor. Get help writing your emails, reports, presentations, resume, blogs today. Go to wordtune.com/hardfactor, all one word.
You think
Hell yeah.
we should do a thing where we I don't know, get like a little drunk.
Oh, we lost you, Pat.
We
You
lost
gotta come
Pat.
back in.
Get a little drunk.
Get a little
And then-
drunk, and
He got a
then
little-
see-
and then
and
you
we
gotta go
try
in the
to
other one.
write and
Yeah,
see
I would
what
say-
I
corrects
think
us.
Pat, yeah, he maybe
You got to pop back in the other one, Pat. I would.
he
Yeah,
slipped-
I think.
he
I
slipped
think.
there.
I think we should do an entire story where it's all word tuned and see if we can spot which person did it.
Well, no, but I was gonna do it today, but then I realized like it would just be
100%.
It would be
I
too
use
perfect.
I use word tune when I'm like drawing a blank, like I did today for all my stories. But like the entire story, I'm saying every sentence, like find the most
It would
perfect
be-
sentence.
It would be the most immaculate story you've
yeah.
ever
You
heard.
look like a genius. Yeah.
So perfect.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Pat,
All right.
what were you gonna say when we were gonna get really drunk? And
Oh, and then like draft an email and then,
And then change it, right?
yeah, and then word tune it.
Yeah.
See if you can trick the AI. Really give the AI a run for its money.
you just make the AI meaner because like it's like picking up your intent. When
I
you're
like
doing
to
it.
make AI sigh whenever I can, but word tune is tight. I know it would clean it up. So
Does it work like if you're already a pretty decent writer? Does it?
Yeah,
then
it offers you it offers you no matter what, even if like
Okay.
it'll offer you between 3 and 10 sentences, and it highlights
Oh,
the
so
words.
many options.
It highlights the words you use in your sentence, so it shows you like if they added any words, they won't be highlighted. But it gives it no matter how good you are at writing. See, I would have to use word tune for that, but it'll
WordTune,
it'll hook you up. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sweet. All right, guys, it's Monday, so I thought, what better way to get the week going than a little masturbation corner? A little
Sure.
double treat for you guys. So let's get into it. First up, guys, we have a serial phone masturbator on the loose in America. Likely one of thousands, but this one is making national news, so it's important that we cover him and his tactics to alert the public, specifically librarians and library staff. Sorry, I think I'm supposed to call them like library scientists or curators now. I'm not sure, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, is
Pat, do you know?
librarian sexist?
Librarians.
I don't know. I know they study
man can
library
be a librarian,
science.
right?
yeah, but library science is research. It's not.
Okay.
It's not the act of being a librarian.
Okay. So librarian's still cool today?
I think so. I didn't hear any different.
Anybody
Okay.
can be a librarian.
All right,
I
so
call them
librarians.
book nerds.
Book
Personally.
nerds, yeah. Sweet ladies. But they are very unassuming, quiet sweethearts in most cases. And this guy just absolutely loves them, and their voices get him off. Okay, so here's what your typical library lady, very nice. He apparently gets off on a brand new kink that I've never heard of. Not judging, it's just very unique. That being that he likes to have court cases read to him. Paraphrasing the Above the Law article, quote, "For weeks, an unknown pervert has called libraries around the country asking for a specific Supreme Court opinion to be read to him. As the librarians comply, it becomes clear that he's jerking off to the words of the court, and not just any word of the court, a specific court case, Brady versus Maryland. So he's got one court case that he likes.
What year is that case from?
Yeah, you gonna read it to us?
Yeah, Brady.
You can read it to us. Hang on. Wait, hang on.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
It's okay. I'll try this. So, this case is the United States Supreme Court case that established that prosecution must turn over all evidence that might exonerate the defendant to the defense, also known as exculpatory evidence.
Oh, it's the exculpatory evidence case.
You ever heard the term Brady violation? I think I know that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think that is like 63 or something. So as the article jokes, this guy gets off on defendants getting off their charges. One librarian recounts her experience with the man who calls and claims he doesn't have a computer, so he needs the case read out loud to him. She says, quote, "I talked to him. He is absolutely masturbating while you read the court case. He has hit multiple libraries across the country. He's called my library twice and another local library last week. So if you get a blocked number asking you to read Brady versus Maryland wiki article while he writes it by hand, hang up, log it, and tell your managers." There's a description of what he looks like.
God.
Well, that creates it's kind of perfect crime, right? Because it explains all the uh-huhs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Because you're writing it by hand.
You're going too fast. You're going too fast.
What did Brendan say next?
You repeat
Go
this.
on.
Slow it down.
Go on.
Yeah. Hang on.
Do it.
Need a new pen. Any librarians?
Scream this part.
Yeah. And librarians think this may be the same guy who was doing the same thing with John Grisham titles like 8 years ago.
Oh, no.
Going to the internet, Jess Stevens.
I need you to read me the clip, cover to cover.
Read me Christmas with the Cranks.
Jess Stevens says, "Does anyone remember the guy who used to call libraries asking for John Grisham titles to be read out loud? I was a victim of that 8+ years ago, and I think he just called again. This time he wanted an entire Wikipedia page read to him. I'm just forewarning everyone that anyone calling for information on Brady versus Maryland should not be taken seriously." And then Felicity Brown says, "We got this call today. Said his computer crashed and wanted to write it down in an article and it was read to him. It ended up with heavy breathing and lewdness. Librarian hung up." So, yeah.
You know what? I used to work in the call center world a little bit, and this happens. If there's like a location anywhere, if there's a location anywhere that a creep knows that a specific number will get you to a woman's voice, this is like a ticking time bomb on when it will happen, when somebody will exploit this. Yeah.
I'm missing 3 pages from the Pelican Brief. I need you to read page 214 through 216.
It's actually this is actually like a widespread. This is a widespread problem. Actually, there's guys doing this all the time to like all kinds of different people who have to pick up the phone.
How is it a problem though? To be honest with you,
Because it's sexual assault basically over the phone. I mean, like the guy's
That
jacking
doesn't
off.
tell you.
You know what? You know what book he would ask for Grisham?
What's that?
Do you know?
Hunt
do you
for Red
know?
October?
I believe it was a
that's not
Tom
Grisham.
Cruise movie.
Oh, The Firm.
The Firm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what's going on in his pants.
That's
How
right.
is it? How is it sexual assault if you
You're calling
if you don't
somebody at
tell?
their work and
But if you
they're
don't tell,
masturbating.
It's definitely sexual. Well, because he's too obvious about it.
Yeah, the heavy breathing, and
Yeah.
and then sometimes
It's not
like
really that traumatic.
sometimes these Johns will call in and they'll be
The
hammered.
librarians.
They'll
You're
be
right, Pat, it's
they'll
not.
be hammered and they'll be like let me talk to the girl again, the one, and then they'll like it's just it happens in
willing
any
to bet
job
there's
where women have to answer the phone.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
There's
Pat.
a few librarians out there that are a little insulted they haven't gotten this
Tomorrow, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you later today and talk to me while I jerk off, and you let me know if it's traumatic or not.
That's assault because I know for a fact that you're jerking off.
All right, answer the phone.
No.
I can't do the Howard Stern thing. Is it?
Yeah, the
All right.
jerk off.
God, next big story. Next big story that we just had to cover. Let's go to Japan. Bonus TikTok story, if you will, but also another important warning, this time not to library staff, but to all masturbators, especially excessive masturbators, of which we all know a few or are one. A man in Japan nearly died after after suffering a masturbation-induced stroke shortly after saying "Nante omo tenashi," which, of course, in Japanese is "what a treat." Yeah. Nante Homo Tennessee.
And then he got a stroke after giving himself a stroke.
According to Google Translator. So scientists have long known that sex can cause strokes, but now, according to the study published in the Journal of Stroke and Cerebrovascular Diseases, cerebrovascular diseases, the man immediately experienced what is called a thunderclap headache after completing his session, and later began vomiting. So thunderclap headaches, which are sudden and severe headaches that last around 60 seconds, cause vomiting. It can be a sign of bleeding around the brain, and I guess a warning that you're about to have the most embarrassing stroke of your life if you just got done.
So you could
sex headache?
This is a thing? Yeah, it's a sex headache, it sounds like. So this is a thing now, you can die from jerk off. How long? This has been going on forever. How many nerds have died in their basements?
Lots.
And then they didn't know what it was from.
That's why you got to get Life Alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do know what it's from. It's just for some reason
they've been covering up for years.
They wanted to embarrass this one right-handed Japanese man.
Right-handed.
Yeah, they did say that in the news article. Yeah. The most embarrassing stroke of your life.
Why did they have to say?
It's important.
That's how you know it's real.
Yeah. No left-handed man can masturbate like this. So he's the most embarrassing stroke of your life if you just got done jerking to like hentai chick being fucked by a chiseled fictional monster like this guy probably was.
That's left on the browser. Tabs open.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but if I were a betting man, I'd guess hentai pigtail skirt probably crying while being fucked by a chiseled monster of sorts.
A demon. Demon monster.
Demon monster.
He's got one up on the computer behind him too.
Why is that why is that like a genre? It is. I've seen the
what you can't see in this picture is there's a naked girl in his right arm that is just crying her eyes out.
I've seen the ads.
Why are these sex demons? Why are they fucking everybody?
For the games, you can like be a sex demon with a gigantic dick, like a fire hose.
You should see the veins on these demons' dicks.
Why is the girl always like, I'm so upset? Like, why is that hot?
It's something else.
Got you coming home from school, didn't I?
Yeah.
He's like in a cave. Yeah, or like a jail cell or like a cave. Yeah, he's in a dungeon of some sense. Anyway,
it's like a succubus. You have to be like the human can't be having a good time. They have to be like
exactly.
I'd rather have it happen in a game than real life. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
What game are you talking about?
You know, like they'll if you go on like a porn site, they'll advertise it. It's like
you can come in 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's those same games.
Almost all of the you can't come games are demons.
Yes.
Fucking
you can be a demon, really.
It's like, and it's just like the cartoon women's breasts are like triple G's.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah, we've all seen them. So the hentai thunderclap headache, of course.
4 seconds while fucking this crying schoolgirl.
If that was the case, wouldn't you just be able to jerk off to the ad? Because the ad's like 20 seconds.
The ad is long.
The ad's as long as they're claiming. Yeah,
you can't do it.
I mean, you can just complete to the ad. Apparently,
that's a really good point, Mark.
There are some people that are.
What they're saying, Mark, is you've created your avatar, picked your partner. You're really in it.
I'm gonna try it. I'll report back. I'm gonna get prepped and I'm gonna try to complete.
Well, no, you're gonna come so fast because they're edging.
You prep yourself,
Mark. They're edging you the whole time. The character creation screen is edging.
Play the ad loud at the same time.
Mark, are you there? That was fast.
Yeah,
honey, time me.
That game really works.
Yeah.
I would be telling everyone about that game.
You won't last 3 seconds.
Mom, for Christmas, can I get the hentai game?
Demon Dick is awesome.
Demon Dick 9.
Demon Dick 9.
Chiseled Monster 8. Yeah. It's something, ain't it?
Sorry for anyone that's never been on Pornhub.com for that bit there.
Oh, everybody's listening. It's probably been to Pornhub.com.
Yeah. All of our listeners got that one.
Tim was able to point out the Phoenix Marie
and Jordy.
And Jordy, the upside down, little
69,
guy.
where the guy's getting picked up.
The twerp porn?
The whatever. Porn. Yeah.
She's got like a weightlifter's belt on and shit.
Twerp driving spin you.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever seen when a camera spins on a Steadicam belt? Yeah. like a gimbal.
So anyway, the hentai thunderclap headache, of course, worried the 51-year-old man. That news outlets, like we said, are quick to point out, is right-handed. He took himself to the Nagoya City University Hospital, where doctors performed a CT scan after noticing his disorientation and low blood pressure. The result of the CT scan was he developed a subarachnoid hemorrhage. Yeah, there you go. During masturbation. So they watched him in that right hand of his for 9 days in the hospital and decided he required a dissection of his left internal carotid artery, which was treated with stenting and coiling, according to the study. The man says he enjoyed masturbation several times a day, and that's at 51. That's great news, honestly. But
they got to give that guy a glove.
Yeah, they do.
A dog with the plastic cone.
Not a finger, like not the one with the fingers, but like a glove, like a mitten. They got to give him like a mitten.
A jalapeno glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and try it.
Yeah. Like for your
jalapeno mitten.
Anyway, so this got me thinking, like he's 51, he's masturbating a lot. So I just wanted to find out what the normal amount of masturbation is. And this is one study done by the National Survey of Sexual Health and Behavior from the University of Indiana way back in 2019, but it's the most recent I could find. According to this study, which looked at the jerk-off habits of 3,000 men, let's just look at our age range, 30 to 39, 20.1% lied and said they had not masturbated in the past year. Staggering
year?
Yeah, staggering amount of liars out there. 18.
How many people were present when they were asking the questions?
Right.
How many people's moms were on the
eight
call?
hot chicks? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a panel of hot chicks asking it out loud.
all right, loser. Yeah. Answer this question for me.
20 minutes ago. Get him out of here.
Yeah. 18.8% lied and said they only masturbate a few times a year to monthly. 27% lied and said they only masturbate a few times a month or weekly. And finally, the truth tellers, 20.6 said they masturbate 2-3 times a week. And making up 13.5, the pious gentleman who admitted to masturbating 4 or more times a week. And clearly women stats, you don't have anything to worry about because like 1% of you only masturbate more than 4 times a week. So, yeah. So those are the stats. If you're
That's what people say.
That's what people say. That's what people say.
I think it's higher than that.
Yeah. All right.
Sarah's listening. She's like, fuck.
Sarah.
Some girl that masturbates a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Touchy Sarah.
Slippery Sarah.
Yeah, dude, ladies masturbate a lot more than that. From what
they're
I'm
liars.
told.
4 times a week, probably not a ton.
Everybody's lying on that study.
Everyone masturbates all the time.
Yeah, you can move someone like one deviation up, like in each of those. Like, yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's take care of some business. Guys, I don't know about your house, but around here, dinner time can be chaotic, and oftentimes I find myself making meal decisions based on the fact that I don't have time to cook or make anything healthy. Then guess what? My son and I are stuffing McDonald's down our throats. Not great. But with Freshly, it's easy to feed your family healthy meals fast. So let their chefs take care of your meals a few nights a week and take the pressure off you. Fast food does not have to be unhealthy food, and Freshly proves that big time. Freshly offers chef-made, nutrient-packed, delicious meals delivered fresh to your door, no cooking required. Grocery shopping and cooking can be a pain, especially right now. And with Freshly, you don't have to. Your meals arrive cooked and fresh every week, so you can keep your fridge stocked and skip the trip to the store. Ordering is easy. Visit freshly.com. Choose from over 30 delicious, satisfying, better-for-you meals like steak peppercorn, sausage baked penny, which is delicious, or their chicken pesto bowl. And now our listeners can try Freshly for just $16.16 a meal. Stop searching the internet for healthy food near me every night and start living life freshly. Your meals are always delivered fresh, never frozen, ready to
as low
heat.
as 6.
It's 6, not 16.
$6.16.
$6. You did a dyslexic thing there. You did.
Oh, I did?
You did $16.06. It's $6.
$6.16. How about that?
Whoa.
Even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Freshly brings the convenience of chef-made nutritionist design classics right to your kitchen. Right now, Freshly is offering our listeners $40 off your first 2 orders when you go to freshly.com/hardfactor. Stop stressing about dinner. Go to freshly.com/hardfactor for $40 off your first 2 orders. That's freshly.com/hardfactor for $40 off your first 2 orders.
All right, guys. One more piece of business. Summer's coming. It's here, actually. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Well, you're in luck. Our friends at Manscaped just launched their 4th generation performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. We helped you guys get the 3.0 last year, 4.0 this year. Compliment your dad bod or six-pack with a trim. From the leaders in male grooming, the sun is shining and calling your name, fellas. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get 20% off and free shipping by going to manscaped.com and using code HARDFACTOR at checkout. And once you're there, bundle it up. Like I said, with the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the best nose hair trimmer in the game, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Everything you need to groom and smell and look good. First off, the new Performance Package 4.0 includes the new Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer is insane. Dare I say, it's the greatest of all time when it comes to ball trimmers. I said it. You guys agree?
I agree.
It's amazing. The ceramic blade, there's nothing more relaxing to trim your undercarriage with than one of these lawnmowers.
Because before this, it was a nightmare. Where you're going to cut your balls, you're scared. Not with
the guesswork out of it. Yeah.
Not with the ceramic blade. It reduces grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on and off switch to engage for a travel lock, and it gives you the ability to turn a 4000K LED spotlight on and off for a precise shave. Oh, did I mention the trimmer is waterproof too? Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to the Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Bring your comfort and boxers to another level. And guys, you can get 20% off and free shipping by going to manscaped.com. Use code HARDFACTOR at checkout. That's 20% off and free shipping by going to manscaped.com, code HARDFACTOR. Escape the shrubs and weeds this summer and shine with Manscaped. And now it is time for the TikTok international moment, where we break out some wild international stories in shorter format so that we can cut them down later and pop them up on TikTok to become viral internet gods. We had one last week that's approaching 200K views. No big deal. It was the Chinese super soldiers one. Let's see if we can cook up some today. Let's get some new ones today. I don't think the Chinese super train with Uyghur jokes is going to make it, so I'll try to play nicer today. We could try to put that one up, but it's probably going to get shot down.
It's a great clip, though. Regardless.
Yeah, it's good for Instagram. First up, this one is a truly international story. It's global, really. According to new research published in the Lancet journal eClinical Medicine, people that have contracted or gotten COVID-19 and recovered physically have not recovered mentally and are producing substantially lower cognitive scoring in tests, especially those that got severe cases of COVID and got very sick. They are now very dumb, according to the research.
Yeah, it's terrible because this research actually started to break, I think last year. People were like, "Oh, don't overreact. It's early. It's early. We don't know if it's going to actually be a thing." And then so now another study confirming.
Big dummies. Yeah. Don't shoot the messenger, though, if you even remember how to aim, you big dummies. A lot of the research came from the UK, where lead researcher Adam Hampshire was collecting cognitive and mental health data on a large scale for a project, and then the pandemic hit. So his research buddies were like, why don't we research cognitive stuff for COVID people, which they did. And the project just shifted completely because they figured out after testing over 81,000 people, 13,000 of which had COVID, that the 13,000 people did really shitty on the test. Real bad. Did real bad on the test. The research claims that people that were put on a ventilator suffered an average of a 7-point drop in IQ, which is greater than people who suffer strokes and people who report learning disabilities.
This is the biggest advertisement for the vaccine I've heard yet, because the biggest thing about the vaccine is it reduces hospitalization trips.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder if the ventilator stuff is because if you go on a ventilator, I don't know if you guys have seen someone on a ventilator, but it's intense, and there's probably a period where you're not getting full oxygen usually, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
That's what it's doing, yeah.
Probably. That test
could it be enough? Could it be enough of those people lost oxygen that pulled the score down?
I mean, you lose some O, your score's going dough.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot. That test was really hard, said John Ram.
Oh no.
That test was really hard, though, said Boris Johnson. Pop it. Here's the John Ram popping, looking like a doofus. John Ram. That test was really hard, said John Ram.
He got COVID?
Yeah, he got COVID twice. Yeah. Twice. And Boris Johnson almost died from it, remember?
Oh, no.
Maybe they should do easier tests, though, Said Boris Johnson. All right, that's it. That's it. Maybe Alabama will be running plays that look like they were drawn up by an 8-year-old this year. Nick Saban got it a couple times too. They'll still win. All right.
The whole team just runs forward.
Yeah, it's like Mighty Duck style plays. All right.
Saban didn't even look sick though. He didn't
No.
like. I feel like people who are as good a shape as Saban like have nothing to fear from it. Like.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's people that got like on the ventilator and
It's
stuff
scary.
like that.
That's fucking scary. Hopefully
It's not good. It's don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reporting the news. New weapon alert. New weapon alert. A few weeks ago, a new anti-drone weapon was tested with the help of the French Armament General Directorate and the French company Cilas, CILAS. And that weapon is a laser that shoots drones out of the sky.
Cool.
Yeah. The weapon is called HELMA-P for high energy laser for multiple applications power laser system. It has a 2-axis turret with a set of optical sensors, and it shoots a 2 kilowatt laser beam. It's operated by a man, single person operation, and can destroy man or woman, and a single operator, and it can destroy targets up to a kilometer away. So boom, you got a drone within a kilometer, it destroys it.
That's pretty good.
Bad news for drones, guys. It's like a giant can of wasps, of super accurate, like long distance wasp.
But the thing about drones is there's going to be so many of them. There's going to be so few of these lasers. Mm-hmm. So the drones are just like it's like a numbers game. You know, it's like
also
like sea turtle babies.
It's expensive.
A man
so far.
or a woman. Yeah. It's something you got to automate this shit, dude.
Yeah, you got to aim it. The real test that everyone's waiting for, though, is coming in 2022 when they're going to strap HELMA-P to the frigates of a naval ship and test it on floating objects out at sea, which will be drones for the test. But now you can see why they really built this thing. It's for aliens because they're worried about alien ships out in the sea, and this thing can shoot things that move really weirdly. So,
man, you know what?
It's a laser beam on a ship, fellas.
That's a good point. Those aliens are patrolling the seas. One time I saw what I thought was a drone. I was in Montego Bay, and I was just like out on my patio at night smoking a cig, and I could have sworn it was a drone just like swirling around the bay, and then it just disappeared. And now ever since we've done these UFO stories, I feel like it could have been.
They're monitoring you. Will
could have been going into the ocean.
You need France to get. You need France to start selling HELMA-Ps for the common man. So you
can see why they're doing it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Finally get to the bottom of it, huh? Finally tell us about Montego Bay, do you?
All of a sudden, Will was part of the whole thing.
Look,
how long were you?
I can't be certain what I saw. I can't be certain what I saw.
You told us dumber stories. Why'd you just share this with us now?
I can't be certain what I saw, but I did see this white light that was just like going all over the place, and all of a sudden it's gone. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And then now I put more together. I'm like, well, maybe. Who knows?
You saw Kate McKinnon fall off the roof of the ship. 30-year-old.
I'm keeping an open mind. All right.
Okay, that's fair. Well, that's all you can ask to do. It's all you can do. 30-year-old Ottawa, Canada man Ryan Dodd got caught in one of those classic misconception scenarios where it looked like he was doing something that he wasn't, according to him, which is good news because what it looked like he was doing when police arrived to a breaking and entering call early 2019 was trying to fuck a miniature horse in a stable. So. Good thing it was a misconception.
It's just a perfect size, officer. I understand how this looks.
Ain't what it seems, sir. Ain't what it seems.
It's like a plug in an outlet, officer. It just fits.
Yeah.
Talk about a topic. This is a topic that really gets people upset. Yeah.
I think this is an update on the story we've done.
Oh no, it's the same
It's
one.
this again,
I
guys.
can't help that this little
This is an
question, this little
this-
Aquan thing is waist high.
It's because of his
This is the
trial.
one that was
His
fucking
trial.
his.
This
This is
is
the one where he's
trial.
fucking his family's horse.
No,
right?
different.
Okay,
This is
different.
2019.
Oh,
This is the first miniature horse story. We did. Police found Dodd in a horse stable stall with his pants down, fully erect, standing next to a miniature pony that had been tied up and lubed up with massage oil.
Oh, no.
What kind of music was playing?
I'm sorry, but this is not what it looks like, Dodds literally said to the cops, who noted in their report that the smell of scented body oil was overwhelming.
No, it does not say
I swear to God. They said it was overwhelming smell of massage oil. Todd apparently did a few lines of cocaine and had a few pops right before entering the stable. And despite his protest of it's not what it looks like, he was found guilty this past week at trial of breaking and entering an attempted bestiality. It sounds like they got to the miniature horse in time. That's what they're saying. But they also, the owners of the horse said she smelled like perfume and body oil for several days. And the worst part by far is in the report. The police report, it said that her nose appeared shiny.
Oh my god!
From massage oil.
See, this is how you know this is not his first time, because the massage oil, that's like a 10th time move.
This is a live look at the horse when they found her.
Oh yeah,
she was
freaked
scared.
out.
Yeah,
completely freaked out.
Never. You can't ever tell this guy. What was this guy's name?
Ryan Dodds.
Yeah, you can't ever tell Ryan Dodds that you know how to party. By the way, if you try to tell Ryan Dodds that you know how to party, he's gonna be like, "All right, man. You ever snorted a couple lines and banged a miniature pony with a ton of bath and butt?" Like he was doing cocaine beforehand.
He was doing this weekly. Yeah.
How tall is your dog?
You gotta.
You think you can party?
Is that 2.5 feet? You think?
You ain't that guy, so.
Dodds where he's gonna be, where he needs to be in jail. He got convicted. Get him off the streets.
Good.
It's not what it looks like. He's like Shaggy. It wasn't me. Yeah, it
wasn't me.
They even caught him in the stable.
And the horse is confessing.
Yeah.
Get ready to show this pony, sir.
Yeah, they bring the pony to the trial, and it just sees Dodd and runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not what it looks like.
Then what is it? Then what were you doing, Ryan?
You don't know the first thing about veterinarians.
Yeah.
Guys, big, bad, bald billionaire Bezos is about to add another B to his moniker, and that's Bitcoin. Yeah, guys, according to a news site called City AM, an insider has confirmed that Amazon is, quote, definitely looking to launch Bitcoin and crypto payments on the Amazon platform by the end of this current year.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy. In addition, the e-commerce giant could launch its own token by 2022, right?
There you go.
And I did
There
see
you
that
go.
Facebook is also definitely launching their own token.
Well, we're going to get to
I
that.
want to buy the Amazon token though.
Well, you can probably, because it's coming out. I feel like, so, you know, what the fuck is City AM? I don't know what the fuck publication that is, but all this hype was fueled by an actual recent job posting. You can view it's on Amazon's jobs site. And it was looking for a digital currency and blockchain product lead to develop Amazon's digital currency and blockchain strategy and product roadmap. So it's happening.
That job pays well.
Yeah, it didn't say.
Yeah, because it's if any Tom, Dick, or Harry saw how much it paid, they'd all be applying and lying about their resume.
So what you're saying,
that pays well.
is HODL.
I would HODL Ethereum, Cardano, and Bitcoin Cash, because those are the next that are going to be in line, according to this insider, in terms of which currencies are going to be accepted on the Amazon platform. And real quick, I don't know if we can really express what a big fucking deal this is, just for the price of cryptocurrency generally. There's no more broad e-commerce situation anywhere in the globe than Amazon.com. I mean, obviously, right? And what Elon Musk can do just by saying that Tesla will accept Bitcoin or not accept Bitcoin as payments has such volatility on the coin that Amazon accepting this coin as payment is fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's gonna make
what
it a
is-
lot more stable.
What is the government gonna do who like loves these big companies but hates crypto? This is a pickle.
Well, it
be
could
hard.
be. Is it a reaction from corporate tax rates going up? Because I mean, they are this year. So.
I don't know. They've been working on this since 2019, and that continues the quote.
I think they just see trillions of dollars in it, right? Like Amazon's coin is gonna make a ton of money for Amazon.
Well, okay, so think about this is something interesting. Fiat currency, like paper money, is going to be gone, like totally gone. Whether cryptocurrency takes off or not, people just won't have it anymore.
Except
They
for
won't
in the
accept
UK
it.
where they still have a problem with bra money everywhere.
Right, but you essentially have 3, maybe 4 credit card companies, right, or banks, right, processing houses: Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. Those guys, as we've learned, they build fees into fucking everything and will fuck you in the A anytime they want to. Big banks do that. So like paper money's going away. Crypto only makes sense.
So the crypto could be, the companies could be using it to like get the more competitive rates from other
100%.
forms of payment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. There's not fees stacked on top of it.
Right.
So
That's big time.
it's pretty insane. Yeah. They said the quote continues saying Ethereum, Cardano, Bitcoin Cash will be next in line. And again, this is an insider, so don't take the gospel for it, but it seems that Bitcoin at least is coming online on Amazon. It won't take long because they've already had plans. They've been working on them since 2019. So next up is the Amazon native token, Bald Coin. I made that up. That's not the name of the coin. Yeah, but this news probably makes Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg redder than a day at the beach with SPF 30 on, because as you may remember, Facebook tried to launch their own coin called Libra, which has now been changed to Diem or Day in Latin, and within hours of the mid-2019 announcement of Libra, Maxine Waters, the chairperson of the U.S. House Committee on Financial Services, asked Facebook to halt development of the launch of Libra. So essentially,
That's what I'm talking about. See,
yeah, Zuckerberg and them, and then, like, right, this is before like everyone launched their own coins. So, like, Facebook was first to the punch, but because Facebook was so big and too early, the U.S. government was like, "No, you can't do that."
But Bezos, though, is a different story. They're
We
not gonna
came
tell
later
him no.
to the punch, and
But
also
they're not
Amazon
gonna. They would
is
never
e-commerce.
tell him no.
but
right?
Bezos has been schmoozing in DC for the past like 5 years. He's been connecting with all the.
Yeah, and Zuckerberg just goes up there and all he can talk about is a fucking dorm room. Immediately
Yeah.
started in a dorm room, so liability be damned.
You want to watch me drink water?
Hey, but he's smoking meats and he's riding that. He's riding that. Guys, did you see he rode the hoverboard?
Yeah. I'm the smartest guy in the world, but I also didn't see a complete and total disintegration of the fabric of our world through misinformation through my platform and the destruction of pretty much all democracy. It was in a dorm room, man. I started in a dorm room. Zuckerberg's an asshole. Like, he sat by open Pandora's box and essentially like why we watched as one of the worst problems that we're ever gonna have to fucking deal with came out of the box, and now he's
but Pat, he made so much money in 2016 though. I mean, that guy made a mint off of that election. I don't think he'd take it back, honestly.
Well, yeah, and if you were him, like if you think about it, you're absolutely right, Pat. Everything you said, but rewind to like where'd he go? Stanford, wherever the fuck, Harvard, Stanford, like
Harvard for like a couple years.
So like rewind to like freshman year of college, and he's like got that crush on the chick, and he's stealing ideas from the Winklevoss twins. And once he starts making millions, and he's watching his hero do coke, the guy from what was it, Napster? Yeah, Morpheus or whatever. Like that's awesome. When you're 18, 19, 20, that's a ride, bro. You're not thinking.
I agree. I'm not saying I would have made the same mistakes, but I'm not.
Of course, we all would have
brilliant like this guy claims to be. That's why we get paid the very medium bucks, and he gets paid the big bucks. You know, just saying.
Well, that's also why it's also why he's pivoted to smoking meats and trying to do hoverboard tricks, because he knows everybody fucking hates him because he
ruined the world. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's just sides to it, I guess. It's also why Bezos is like obsessed with like looking fucking cool, because he knows everybody hates his ass too.
It's like whoever let the virus out of the labs, the worst person in the world, and then like Zuckerberg's number 2. It's like,
it's similar to that Halloween episode of The Simpsons, Little House of Horrors, where Lisa starts like a little colony from a germ, and then she watches the colony as they grow into real people. Like Zuckerberg sat there and just watched his little ant colony just get fucking worse and worse, and he's like, no, it's a social experiment. Got to stay hands off here. Got to stay hands off because free speech. Even though I'm not the government, I'm a private company. Dead. We're all dead.
But then now they're in the problem where they're like getting he's created an opposite issue now for himself, like where it's going to be never ending. I feel like as long as politics exists, they're going to be mad at social media, because both sides get mad. Like now the Democrats are threatening to take away Section 230 protections if you push COVID misinformation, what they deem to be.
They can't fuck with 230, dog.
But that's what they're threatening now. So both sides are, they play the same like sort of like carrot and stick game with these social media companies.
Can't jam the pantyhose back in the popper.
You know how it's the popular theory is that like the aliens have been protecting us from the nuclear.
From ourselves?
From ourselves.
Oh, yeah, like they're going.
Why didn't they pull the plug on Facebook earlier?
Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they were like, "It's not a nuke."
can the aliens like pull the plug on social media? That would be cool.
Yeah, but we also rely on it.
It's for humankind.
The internet is crazy but necessary. At this point, like, cat's out of the bag. You can't go back. So
I don't know.
Who kept cats in the bag?
Pull the plug. Yeah, why were the people putting the cats in the bag?
Smart people, because once the cat got out of the bag,
It
there
says
was a mess.
mirror.
Yeah.
Cat's fucking angry. Pissing everywhere, man. All right, well, guys, that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Thank you guys so much for listening, and have a great fucking day.